living, Newman?
I'm a United States postal worker.
Aren't those the guys that always go crazy and come back with a gun and shoot everybody?
Sometimes.
Why is that?
Because the mail never stops. It just keeps coming and coming and coming. There's never a let-up. It's relentless. Every day it piles up more and more and more, and you gotta get it out. And the more you get out, the more it keeps coming in. And then the barcode reader breaks, and it's Publishers Clearinghouse.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Rise and grind. Allergy season. Normally doesn't bother me this time of year. Wow. It's bothering me now. I was up multiple times last night. Don't feel like going there today to work because my allergies are not good, people. Not good at all. I gotta stop itching my eyes. I did take allergy meds last night at 1 in the morning. Just took another one just now. We'll see. Non-drowsy my ass. Anyway, game time, Brian, otherwise known as the mailman. Heading out to my appointed rounds today. It's going to be another nice day. Not quite as nice as yesterday, but high 60s, I believe. Somewhere in the 60s. But yes, we're doing good. Was it hump day? I'm all confused. Wednesday, right? Yeah, today is Wednesday. With the help of the liquid gold. Yes, the liquid gold is going to hit good. Oh, yeah. Liquid gold, baby. 4 o'clock today, you can start actually signing, putting pen to paper. Looking at some of the linebackers, I think Dallas still needs a linebacker and a corner. I got my eye on EJ Speed. I've been saying it for a few days now to people. EJ Speed had his best year last year. So, outside of that, you're looking at an Eric Kendricks. So EJ Speed, he has an agent who wants to get every last dollar. Dallas doesn't shop in free agency because it's a big overpay. We heard they were in on Dre Greenlaw at $10 million. He got 12. So they were surprised. That Jordan Lewis got 10 a year. Good luck, Jordan. I'm not really paying you that, so that's fine. Me personally, I'll take EJ Speed and I'll take what's his name? The cornerback that I brought up, Asante Samuel Jr. He can play a slot. There's a lot of guys still out there, and you won't get the overpriced pay that you would get. Jordan Lewis was a great team leader. He played a full year, I believe, last year. Prior to that, he would always miss games. But, good player. DeMarcus Lawrence, I don't know. I saw a bunch of people in the chat saying he was signing with Washington and he was signing with... There it is, Vinny. Get your sunglasses on, right? I know. It's not too bad this morning. He was signing with the Lions. Yeah, none of that's happened. Now, I'm reading that they moved on from him mentally. They weren't bringing him back necessarily. They gave him his number, or he gave them whatever number he has, and they obviously don't want him at that number. I think Dallas wants him at $10 million a year. He's probably got 12 to 15. He's not that player anymore. He's just not. $10 million a year, you should take it. But if you're in for the money, go 1 year, $12 million with some guarantees with a team. Good luck, bro. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Who we did get on a 1-year deal to see if he can revitalize his career, because it's not that he's played bad, but Peyton Turner has been ravaged by injuries. Houston's own Peyton Turner, University of Houston, 6'6", 84-inch wingspan out of New Orleans, defensive end. He's a beast. played more games last year than he had. He's very, very young. If they can get him to play, I mean, stay on the field and stay healthy, which was a problem last year. So I'm just saying that is a huge upside signing. People don't realize it. You got Solomon Thomas. Solomon Thomas, underweight cotton, has his best years. Is he a run player? No, he is not. We have not addressed our run-stopping situation yet. Is he a run player? No, but he's going to rotate nicely behind Osa. So you're adding depth, okay? You're adding depth. Again, I don't see DeMarcus Lawrence coming back. So I've kind of turned the page in my mind on it. If they do, they do. I think they're going to switch to a linebacker. Like I said, keep EJ Speed. He may get too much. If not, they're going to bring back Eric Kendricks. And Eric Kendricks will not come on the cheap. You're going to have to pay him a little more this year. So, to me, go out and get the guy who knows the system, or go get EJ Speed. So, those names, keep an eye out on. Again, Asante Samuel Jr., I would be in on him. He's young. He's a ball hawk. He's small, but so is Jordan Lewis. He reminds me a lot of Jordan Lewis, just younger. And he stays relatively healthy. So, you know, those are a couple of moves that you should be happy with. And I'm going to sit here and say, if Dallas is in a bidding war, they're not going to do it. Their philosophy, they have the money, but their philosophy is not to spend it in free agency. They did re-sign Cavante Turpin. I thought they'd get... It's really only a one-year deal, everybody. 1 year, $8 million. Base $8.5 million. So let's keep that in mind. It's really, when you look at the numbers, the guarantees are like a 1 year deal. Okay, whatever. But getting back to a bidding war. If you really want a Cooper Kupp, if that's the guy that they're waiting on, Brandon Cooks is out there. They haven't made a move. I mean, it's the first couple days, so we'll see. Stephon Diggs is out there. Do they want to go down that road? Amari Cooper is out there. Do you want to bring him back? Again, Dallas is waiting. I think they'll get one. But they like Mingo. Okay, and they're going to draft one. So they're not going to spend a lot for a veteran. But if Cooper Kupp is their guy, and I think it is, why not just give the Rams a 5th-round draft pick? That way you're not negotiating with everybody. You'll have his rights. You'll re-sign the deal, or you'll let him play out his final year of his contract. Oh, you don't want to pay the contract. Okay, well, you can't have everything. I would be talking to Cooper Kupp, but, you know, I have a feeling if he comes free, you ain't going to get him. So I would be talking to Amari Cooper. That's just me. Bring back Cooper. Or Stephon Diggs. I told you that. I would be in on it, but him, you know, he suffered an injury. I don't know where he's at. And so on. You know, any of these moves are not going to preclude you from drafting a young wide receiver. It's just not. But I was seeing where ESPN, this is not Game Time, this is ESPN, their rater has the biggest loser so far, and I warned this fan base about this. I warned Momo. The biggest loser so far in free agency is none other than the Washington Commanders. They're bringing in guys who are not necessarily on the way up. They're on the way down. You're actually limiting. You're not going for the young. Like Frankie Louvu last year was a great signing. Outside of that, yeah, Bobby Wagner, who's consistent. Okay, Bobby Wagner, he'll make some tackles. He's 35. He's basically Eric Kendricks, but maybe not as good. Statistically, you don't have to agree with me, but statistically, I don't believe Bobby Wagner was as good as Eric Kendricks last year. But he's back. He's a leader. Yeah, so that's good. Washington Commanders, they voted as having basically an F. You traded for a guy, you know, Laramie Tunsil, who is considering retirement and led the league in penalties last year. It doesn't take long in this league to go from being really good to being done. Not that he's done, but not a great move. And a lot of these moves, it's like head scratchers a little bit. It's like, okay, I know you have money to spend, but you couldn't have spent better? Dan Quinn, this is how he can screw it up. It all comes down to the draft for me. You do not want to be giving up draft capital. You need to hit on your young talent, which is why the Eagles did what they did. So let me know, Commando fans. You agree with ESPN? Are you not happy, or are you happy because you got names, but the names maybe not what you think? Debo? A lot of NFL clubs think Debo is nothing more than a running back anymore. You know what I mean? So he brings toughness, and he's going to help the room. If you get enough of those guys, that'll be good. You know, interesting. Niners have an open door policy right now. Open door policy. Everybody's leaving. Micah's making comments. Micah, zip it, bro. This is where I disagree with Micah. Stop talking about the Niners losing people. They busted your ass multiple times. Eagles are losing everybody. I mean, they were able to bring back Vaughn. Becton has not gone anywhere yet. Mekhi Becton has not left the building, so that's a good thing. Justin Simmons says he wants to play for the Eagles. I got news for you. Justin Simmons, in my opinion, is not as good as C.J. Gardner-Johnson, or, I mean, he's more, I don't know. He played with Atlanta for 1 year. He's his dream to play for the Eagles if they can meet his price. Again, Justin Simmons doesn't move the needle for me. He didn't move it for me last year, so I wouldn't be that excited. I would just look for the draft. Maybe you can go get a Justin. I think they're trying to bring back Mekhi Becton is what they're trying to do. They don't want to lose everybody, not Vaughn. So, again, surprised that they did what they did with the guard. Kenyon Green hasn't really had a good career up to this point. He was a highly rated guy. And was he out of Georgia? Put in the comments. Was he a Georgia guy? Kenyon Green? I'm going to think he was. Has not been great. But they got Kenyon Green. More importantly, they got I think the best move that the Eagles did was get a 4th round draft pick basically this year. They have to give up some draft picks, but later. They got a 4th this year, which was good for the backup quarterback, who I like better than Kenny Littlehands Flickett. So, a lot of weird moves. I mean, Jacksonville has spent a lot of money. I think Chicago has done well. I think Denver has done okay. This free agent class was not good at all. So, and I told everybody, yeah, the salary cap went up, but that just allows everybody to spend foolishly, in my opinion. So, again, I need a linebacker, and I need a cornerback stat. I need 2 corners stat, and then maybe draft one. But we shall see. Jair Alexander has not been released. Looks like they're going to try and keep him in Green Bay. I would love him to hit the open market. It was out there that he was being released, absolutely, with his cap hit. And I still think it maybe they'll deem it a post-June 1, but that would mean he could sign with anybody. That would be a perfect type of guy. You would have to do a long-term deal. Dallas is fishing like they always do. Dallas has done a lot of moves, but they're all 1 year low-risk injuries, high upside. Don't believe me. Look at all the amount of success they got from their picks last year. They always do, but they're not going to hit on all of them. But I'm very intrigued. The most impactful one, and they're all younger players too. They're all younger players. The most impactful one would be Peyton Turner. Peyton Turner's a mammoth of a man. He's just been injured. And if we could keep him healthy, he'll fit great in the rotation. But it's a big if. The big if. But that's it for me, everybody. Game time, Brian. I am at work. I am a few minutes late, but whatever. I don't even care anymore. Don't forget my lunchtime chat at 3:45 Eastern. That's 12:45 West. That's 2:45 Central. Yeah, and like I said, today 4 o'clock is the actual. You could put pen to paper. So, all right, everybody. I will talk to you later. It's not that cold today, but maybe I'll throw you a little buttered sausage this morning.
10 years ago, these markers weren't so purple, but now they're purple. Now they're really, really fucking purple. And it's alarming to me, and it's also enchanting to me to see the deep blue sea inside, this. Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. Buttered sausage. It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.